What is up guys, Wraec here with a new video, and today they actually released the update that was live on TapTap already, bringing us a ton of new content. There is a new newbie growth plan that was enhanced from chapter 42 now to 76. A lot of nice rewards in there, some very good stuff. They finally, and I can scroll through there very swiftly, you see there was like hero selection, chests, orbs and everything in there. One thing to note, wait for the events before you complete this. Like, if you don't have a ton of resources, don't complete stuff outside of the events, at least if it's something like Prophet Summon. And don't forget those here, those tasks, they don't complete unless this mission exactly is active, so that is something to note. What I really like is they put Stardust in here, which is pretty great. Also, there are a ton of new packs, and some for gems are really great. There are some that you can buy. The last one is pretty interesting, but other than that, some very cool ones for gems. This one for 7k gems, pretty nice. And then at 66 we get into the interesting stuff. For 10k gems you can get 80k Stardust, which is absolutely huge when you are still like in the beginning or mid game. And then there is this big pack actually with like the rocket in there even. It's kind of insane. But they also brought Aspen Dungeon, and this is our mission for today. Aspen Dungeon, 100 more stages. We'll see if we can clear this. I'm going to take Aspen in there. We have him with like the Deific Harp. I was thinking about going A and B. It's pretty cool. Speed, everything on there. Control Purify, no DR, because we get that through armor, and well, we're pretty much set. And then we have IHP. We'll take IHP with us. I was thinking SFX, honestly, but yeah, we won't make SFX happen today. Only 94 mil attack, though, which is kind of low. Don't really like that. Maybe we should fix that. And then, as another hero, I just decided on DGN. I think DGN is pretty decent. And then we take two Sherlocks with us. We have like this Sherlock with the Receptor, and then we have another one with Receptor. And those will be our companions for this mission. I just want to say we can take some stuff from her and put it on our IHP to give her a little bit more attack. That should fix our setup. Where is she? She's there. Okay. So bam, that's being fixed. And then maybe a little bit on our DGN as well, so that she's a little bit faster. In terms of speed, I don't think we have any problems with our LFAs. You can see we have a little bit of a speed setup, 3170 speed, plus the extra stuff we get from Treasure Chain for Aspen Dungeon, which I want to show you before we go in there. Will be a longer video anyway. Aspen Dungeon stuff, can dissolve that. If we scroll down, we have Warrior, we have all of that stuff that is happening, and then we of course have multiple series by now that buff Aspen Dungeon, so this is everything we get, plus 270 speed alone there. Armor break gets fixed, holy damage, precision, skill damage, control precision, damage reduction by attack 232%, so built in A and B is there anyway, and 35% damage reduction, so everything we put on damage reduction is basically lost anyway. So that is what we're dealing with, that is what we're working with, and Aspen Dungeon now hidden here. We're going to set our heroes, filter. The decision to go with Sherlock is a bit confusing, but they're really good for like single hero fights. I don't know what they put in there, we'll see. Save, let's see that loot smash. By the way, rip to all of the people that had this stuff in Idolmaster and already finished it and weren't able to set their heroes. Bit sad. Well, we can't deal with it. At Purgatory, by the way, you don't get any potions from Purgatory itself, so you only get the potions you got up until Purgatory, which is a little bit of a rip. That should honestly be safe. Like, they can attack us, but there's not really anything happening from the armor as long as we see them. Should be pretty fine here. You can watch the fight. Let's see how much HP and stuff they even have. Oh, wait, we had energy anyway. So, okay, bit of an overkill. Wasn't really planning on that. A double Sherlock stage. Yeah, that can be disastrous. That can be disastrous when they go like perma CC on us. Ooh, scary. Let's see what the basic does to them. We got the basic one shot. So, pretty nice. We're still on that. That worked once, that will work twice. I'm able to do anything. Now we should have full energy on that guy. I was just thinking, okay, we fight a tree lock. No, we don't. We don't fight a tree lock. Do we even go for that? I mean, we have energy on those as well, by the way, if you want to fix that display bug, which I strongly recommend. Just go out once, go in again, and you should see, yeah, full energy on both of those. Yeah, really, we can just do this. Should be no problem at all. And usually I like to conserve my energy. A Mockman, interesting. We will use our basic to rip this guy just to get some energy back for single target. Ooh, scary. We have dodge offset. Honestly, we should be safe. And we have faster. Now we have energy again. Can we get like a scary stage, please? What does our MFG or DGN do? Maybe we can conserve some energy. One-shots everything. Okay. Like, for now, we didn't really see any like, threatening enemies. It still feels like a bit of a walk in the park. We also didn't see any single hero stage yet. Okay, we buy that. Didn't used to buy this. Now I buy everything, basically. No single hero stages, really? Because that kind of makes Sherlock a little bit, I don't know, bad. Doesn't really work out, I guess. I do no damage to him. I'm just unable to do damage to the guy. I love this, by the way. I absolutely love this. Because you can get to like around 60 something with it. And Aspen has no turn limit. So as long as he CCs all of his enemies, which he will do because he has 1000% control precision right now and control immunity offset, like this guy with the Rui and all of the buffs we have basically guaranteed to CC. But bending will trigger there by the Ezreal death. That's pretty scary. We don't buy that. I should buy that, honestly. Ooh, Vulcan stage. I would be scared if I didn't know they don't do damage. Like, okay. Okay, we understand it. You can't deal damage. They can't deal damage to her. You have to imagine, this guy has like 200 million attack. Even more in here, actually. So, yeah, I don't know. It makes sense. I mean, imagine, when did I do Purgatory? I could show you. It was, I checked it quite recently. You see it here still. 2nd November 2023. 23. That is nearly a year ago. That's crazy. I'm honestly inclined to just skip battle until DGN dies. Like, we don't need her. She's just the weakest of the bunch. So we can just go in there to skip battle until she dies. Because we just have, otherwise we do 20 minutes of this. Easily. Let's just see what happens. Level 500, our first single hero. Skip battle that with Sherlock. Yeah, he recovered some HP. Very nice. And skip battle Elena. Again, Sherlock easy clear. No, nothing special. It's like Sherlock with the Rui. That's everything there is. Buying a little bit of fluorite. Ooh. Ooh. That can be mean. That can be mean. DGN. Okay, never mind. Never mind. But they were a threat in the past. They were a threat. Like one single Onkirimaru with like multiple buffs. Ooh, could be mean. Well, now no longer, basically. They still reward you with those bloody monster resources. Like, what the hell? I have my monsters maxed for like 2 years. For really like 2 years. It's crazy. And probably there are again those thresholds, like every 15 stages or something, that there's like a big thing. Ooh, SFX Drake. I died to a basic. Well, that's a scary stage. That's a scary stage. I think we really just skip battle. We skip battle till she dies. Till she dies, then we can focus again, because that's just too easy. And if we skip battle to the end, I'm happy with that. For now, we see no damage on her, actually. I wonder if we're going to see some of the really new heroes, because for now that wasn't really the case. We saw some... We didn't see a TBB yet. We didn't see like an IHP yet. Oh, I'll take some Stellar, thank you. We didn't see anything like that. That's a scary stage, though. Usually. For most players. There's still some pretty standard stuff here. Like, for now, it's not really that insane. I would wish they put some more interesting stuff in here. That's like the same stages that they had for below 300, I think. At least I didn't see anything new yet. I want to see like an IHP. That's a BQA at least. BQA versus Sherlock. Sherlock wins. But he loses some HP. He loses some HP. Okay, we don't have to check that out. I want to see like really an IHP. An IHP could be pretty crazy. I think I've never seen an IHP in PvE. I'm not sure, at least. I don't remember it. That is pretty bad. Okay, should always still be very easy. Yeah, those are like well-known stages. I remember those from the time this was actually difficult. Back then, you had to remember some of those stages because they could like really destroy your team. But they didn't really make new ones, it seems. Maybe it's just that we have to reach a certain threshold. I'm not really a big fan of this game mode, to be honest. I'll be real, I'm not really a big fan of this game mode. Like, it's way too long. And for most new players, it's even more crazy. You have to remember how many stages there really are. Like, does it say here anywhere? Because I forget it. Aspen has 7 phases. Easy, normal, difficulty, nightmare, hell, death, and purgatory. Oh, they even adjusted that. Look at that. Even like noon is not even wrong. Interesting. So it's like really 100 stages and then 400 stages. And what you have to remember is also something crazy people forget about. The higher awakening tier you have, the more buffs you actually get. So this hero actually gains a ton more buffs than like a lower tier hero would, which is also pretty crazy. But having like 1,000 stages of Aspen Dungeon, I'm not sure. It's like a bit insane. And then again, you have years to clear it. So in that regard, it's probably still okay. Let's like get to 50 at least. I think we have to get further even. I didn't see a single scratch on my DGN yet. But if it happens pretty fast. Like usually the thing with Aspen Dungeon is you look at one stage and then you think, okay, this is an easy one. And you cleared every stage till then in like, without any problem. And suddenly, bam, you're dead. Just like that. I remember, what was it? This one time where I tried to clear it. And I think it was Purgatory 200, which was seriously difficult back then. And like a real struggle to clear, which was fun, I have to say. And some pretty cool videos that came out of it. People really loved it. And I think I was so close to clearing it. It was like my second attempt or something. And then there was this, I think it was Saja, something like this. I think it was a Saja. And then on one other attempt, it was a Forces. And turns out, single Forces, single Saja are like the fastest heroes in there. Which was absolutely crazy. So they destroyed me. And then I lost. And that was not very fun, I have to say. Because then it took like, I don't know, 10 attempts or something until I got there. So how does it look? We're now at 351. Is it now difficult? Oh, okay. No longer one shot. A little bit of damage, I see it. But it's okay. We are no longer in the realm of one-shots. It starts getting interesting. Well, that is not interesting, actually. That can still be cleared by Sherlock. Take that. Lucky treasure. I actually like DGN for this. I mean, even if they deal damage, even if she can't be hit, and I have to say we have dodge offset, so it's not even said that she can't be hit. As you can see, 100% dodge is not enough to dodge me. That is a pretty good hero to clear this, I think. I'm not sure we're already in the interesting realm. I'll be real with you. I mean, just because they no longer die from a single basic doesn't mean they can beat me. What the hell of water? Ooh, the Perma CC Oberon of Hell. We know it. Horrible enemy. I want to see if Sherlock can clear this. If we are not poisoned, we might have this. And if he doesn't break out, yes. Because if he has energy, then the chances are higher. But Oberon usually can't twine our Sherlock because he actually reflects that. So that ends up actually working for us for this stage. So this is one of the stages where this can work. Do we win? Okay. Because there will be a lot of stages. Yeah, we take a lot of damage, but still. Honestly, one of the safest ways to clear this, probably. And with, like, not even a Transcendence hero. Nothing on there. Pretty crazy. So, 357, 358. Single Sherlock. A bit of an annoying one. Don't even want to fight this with Sherlock, to be honest, because that can lead to our Sherlock getting ripped. It's not really too much of a problem if we lose one. Honestly, it's pretty good if we have one with energy, but usually it's not really that much of a problem. Only thing you have really to be careful with on Sherlock is like if you have multi-hit heroes. Some of them can rip through your unbending will pretty fast. Other than that, it's not really a problem. And I'm using him too much probably right now, which is also the case. The quad Freya is like no issue at all. We're still not even at the LFA. We're still using the DGN here for all of those stages. So if she doesn't die, well, then you have pretty much know that you don't need like super strong hero at least. But we are well ready to deliver on the super strong hero as well, if it is required. You don't really want to do Sherlock against this. I mean, we can get rid of the mark, but yeah, might be annoying. Can he do it again? He can do it again. And he loses HP every single time. We didn't use a single potion yet, though, which is no wonder considering our DGN doesn't take damage. So, in that regard, we are on a pretty well-established route towards 400. Maybe world's first? Probably not, because we were a little bit slow. When was the update released? Update was released like nearly an hour ago. I mean, that is not a competitive speed, I have to say. I wouldn't even expect to be on my own server at 400 right now. But for content creator to make a video, I think that is still a decent pace. And considering I had to take some time off from work, just took my break a little bit earlier to do this. Yeah, we have the video as fast as it can. And the crazy thing here really is, I didn't show that, but there aren't even 6 people on my server who cleared Purgatory 300. And now we have 400. And it's also a year later. I mean, like, if you haven't cleared it by now, I mean, we have DT and everything. And if you had like a pretty decent account, I think you can clear it. I don't think it's that difficult. I think it's mostly about like people not really caring for the game mode, maybe. Which I'm not mad about. It makes sense. I don't really care about Aspen Dungeon either too much. I mean, there is no loot in there. This is a really rippy stage. This is like a really rippy stage. This is a mean one. That's like all of that stuff in there that can kill you. Like all of the 4Cs marks. We have Amra healing curses in there. So if you put your LFA in there, high likelihood it dies. Because this thing will kill even our LFA. Won't kill our PD though. Or DGN. Ooh! Oh, look at that. I see big damage. Oh! We have the defeat! We have the defeat! Let's go! Why do I say let's go as if it was something good? It really isn't. Yeah, usually I don't use LFA against Amra, but I'm pretty confident we are faster. So, yeah. We continue with IHP? I think we continue with IHP. So my DGN died. What were the stats on my DGN? Just so you have a point of reference. 75 million tech. It's not low. We used Will of Winter, which is not really perfect artifact. Probably Deific Harp would have been better. And like speed. Oh, we even had shelter on. Okay, yeah, I didn't really care. Let's be honest. And a support setup as well. So you can do more with it, and probably you could clear it with about that thing. Pretty sure. IHP. I'm not sure if she's like a super perfect hero for that. At least she has dodge. I mean, that's a good thing. And damage is there. And she has infinite energy? Can we skip battle the rest of this? I mean, we now had damage. And there's damage on that IHP already. That's pretty crazy. Let's see that. That dodge is crazy. That dodge is so crazy. And she has infinite energy. Infinite energy and like 75% dodge or something. I thought she's bad. Ooh, TBB versus Sherlock. Let's go. And we will use a potion actually. And I want to see this. Let's see who the real king of CC is. I remember saying it is Sherlock, and I made a video about it. I think I didn't say it's Sherlock. I think it said it's Holmes Young, which is of course, I mean, in that regard, a little bit of the better hero. But Sherlock certainly is up there, I would say, number 2 in terms of CC, just defeating our number 3 in terms of CC. I mean, TBB is a bit more meta changing, but if you imagine like Sherlock or Holmes Young, being able to inflict doves and then maybe being a Transcendence hero that is able to inflict doves. There's the reason though Transcendence hero can inflict doves. Because it's just an absurdly OP CC effect. It was even more OP in the past, but I made a video about this. If you care to watch that, the option is there. It is a pretty interesting video in my opinion about doves and why this CC effect is no longer really in place. Triple Eilermark, by the way, best animation for a hero in game in my opinion. Pretty crazy, and I think we watched the last 10, at least if there are interesting ones in there. Single Sherlock, single Star Swordsman Mockman, no chance against our powerful Sherlock. We'll need a bit of HP on that guy to survive the TBB. And can he win a second battle? He can win a second battle. C-tier Sherlock at work here, clearing the highest stages of this game mode. And of course, a bit of a joke. Sherlock is just OP for this. It's just very OP for this. Now we can use a big potion on him as well. Bam. Clear that again. He should be safe through Unbending Will, honestly. Like, we don't even really need this. I'm a bit surprised by how great IHP is for this. She's a bit like Eos. We used Eos for this before, which, by the way, should be a pretty good hero for this. So that's the secret tip. If you ever like at D6 and send her in there, she should be pretty crazy for this. But IHP, of course, every single turn with energy. I think probably, though, Eos is even better for this. Like, the dodge is good here, but Eos... She goes and has like full energy from the start of the round, then gets it back and doesn't have to risk like huge mark nukes like this, which I kinda expected. But yeah, and the problem with IHP is that is her active skill. That doesn't destroy an enemy. And then her main damage is from like countering attacks and then her later active skill. So you get hit in between, which you usually want to avoid. I'm pretty sure he can't beat that. I'm pretty sure the mark damage will be a bit too much for him, but we don't get hit with the mark, so well, we can beat that. Okay. Pretty nice, and we are already on 394. Didn't use LFA yet, which is a bit sad. We have 5 more energy, so we definitely could. We could nuke last stages all with LFA. I had really expected them to give the last stages like some obscene amount of speed. I mean, we are at 3,400 speed, but I just expect them to say like, okay, it's 4,000 speed, or like this crazy thing. It was between Purgatory 50 and 100, I think, where the Transcendence heroes have infinite speed. As much as I hate that, it's kind of cool. Like, it really asks you to think about it in different ways. So let's see the damage here. Overkill, and we are way faster. Then we have double to Silago. Double to Silago is going to get it now, I tell you. Probably the basic would have been enough, let's be real about this. Next energy. I'm just going to nuke those. Like, this LFA is not going to get beaten here. It's not going to get beaten here. Oh, he even got free energy there. Look at that. Free energy from the armorer. From the carry. We take it. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded that. Honestly, as much as it was a bug, it was also a pretty cool thing to like have and to think about. The only weird thing about it was like a super high power spike. Arguably, Purgatory 50 to 100 was, or is, I'm not sure if they even fixed that, more difficult than the next 50 stages, which shouldn't be the case, I think. Last stage. Is that guy still bugged? Like, I'm not sure if he's bugged. Like, he was insane in terms of damage. Can we just beat him with Sherlock, please? Because I really don't want to get hit by his passive. So ending this with Sherlock is also, in my opinion, like a pretty cool way. Because Sherlock, after he was released, pretty much carried us through all of those solo stages. So ending this on a wonderful, probably turn 55, I would guess. Well, maybe turn 60. Maybe turn 60. Sherlock fight, I think, is absolutely the right way to finish this and to end this game mode. So, let's see if I was right. Come on, start dealing damage, mate. Ah! Okay, you have a bit of damage. I think he needs a few more rounds. I think 60 was a bit off. We have way more HP here, okay? 61. Ah, come on. Okay, 63. 3 rounds off, but it's usually about around that area. And yeah, that marks the end. We have once again cleared Purgatory. Purgatory 400 is done, which means we can celebrate getting the same loot as before, which is like there is no change. I kind of expected them to put DT in here, but no, nothing like that. One good thing to note though, I mean, I will buy the rest here later. One good thing to note though, and that is pretty nice. Not that I lost my bid, that is not such a nice thing. They upped the limit for for the hammers, so I already bought 30 this week. Now I have another 20 in here. It's now 50 a week, which is great. So, pretty nice. Other than that, I will say, GG, we cleared it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.